Hello there, friend. Today, I want to share a message about not letting a man tell you you need a tan. It might seem like a simple message, but it's actually one that I share with a lot of ladies. I work with so many women, and they share with me some of the things that their friends, their boyfriends, their husbands insinuate every now and then that kind of make them feel a little less than, like maybe they're not good enough. And even though in today's day and age when everyone knows that skin cancer is a very, very big deal, and that they know it's the number one cause of the aging process, and that while, yes, we do get vitamin D from the sun, a lot of people just do so much better from getting it from their diet or supplementing it than getting those rays and wrinkling much too prematurely or dealing with the surgical scars and really scary after effects of melanoma and other skin cancers like it. And in my life and in my past and in the lives of many of the women who I love and I've worked with for many years, quite a few of us have heard from the men in our lives, and in my experience, passed a long time ago because I've realized they did not have my best interest at heart. But a lot of us have heard from the men in our lives that, you would look really great with a tan. Maybe we should lay out. Maybe we should go to the pool. Maybe we should go to the beach. You're kind of pale. Do you ever think that, you'd want to get a little bit of color? And these subtle jabs and subtle insinuations that we, as we are not good enough, and that we must change ourselves in a way to please them and what they view as aesthetically pleasing can be really damaging, not necessarily to everyone, and not necessarily to us grown women. If I were to hear that out of the mouth of a man right now, I would laugh at him, and I would think of all of the reasons why I know so firmly that I don't need a tan. I did that long ago. And it ruined my skin, and I spent a long time fixing it. And I spend so much time and effort fixing the skin of others who have dealt with the accelerated aging process from laying out or going to tanning beds or getting burns or having skin cancer treatments. And it's not worth it. But when I was younger, when I was a teen, when I was in my 20s, I heard these things, and I really didn't have such a firm grasp of who I was at the core, what I was all about, what my boundaries were, and what people could and couldn't say to me. And saying, hey, maybe we should go get some color doesn't necessarily seem like anything that's all that horrible. But considering that skin cancer is fast becoming one of the leading causes of death among many women, it really does mean that it's something we need to consider. So if you ever hear from a man, or if you have a daughter or a friend or a niece, or know someone who's young and impressionable, or just has low self-esteem and truly doesn't have a good foothold or a firm foundation of who she is and how people can treat her, share with them this, that no man should tell you you have to get a tan. And if they do, they probably do not have your best interest at heart. The people in our lives that really truly love us and support us and care for us, they love and appreciate us for who we are. They don't want us to change. Personal growth, that's great. They're all for that. Self-assessment, contemplation, realization of the areas we need to improve on, absolutely. They're there for us for that. They've got our backs. They're there to support us in any way that they can. But when it comes to our appearance, whether we need to, get a tan, as they say it's a need, or they project that it's a need, whether we need to change the shape of our bodies, whether we need to dress differently, whether our hair should look different, our makeup should look different, or we should talk a certain way or walk a certain way. These are things that many women have heard from the men in their lives, and not necessarily in a mean manner. That's very blatant. That's like, hey, I'm being a jerk. I'm telling you what to do. Red flags goes up. And we typically catch that. But it's the subtle, hey, maybe we should get a tan. Hey, I really think that, you would feel more comfortable if you could wear this swimsuit. And, maybe we should go to the gym for the next few months and try this new fitness plan, because I'm sure you would feel really great if you could wear that bikini at our next trip. It's this underhanded kind of backdoor approach to, I don't think you are okay as you are. Let's fix you. And I'm going to try and be nice about it. I'm going to say it in a super sneaky way so you don't feel like I'm cutting you down. But really, at the heart of it, I am. And I'm telling you that as you are is not okay. And that is not what we women need. We need to be built up. We need to be looked out for. I mean, we're strong, we're independent, we've got a lot going on, but the people in our lives, we need to know with absolute certainty that they care about us. And if it's a health concern, if we have let ourselves go in the way that we don't eat properly and we hardly move our bodies and we don't do just the basic necessities of things that contribute to a healthy, happy life, and someone's looking out for us, that's different. But when somebody's just constantly throwing in ways that you can improve your appearance as far as they're concerned, that is something that needs to be considered, because we do not deserve to have people in our lives telling us how we need to look or how we need to be when it serves them. We do not need to age faster than we naturally would or run the risk of getting a disease because somebody wants to see our skin more brown. We do not need to change the shape of our bodies or have surgery or plump up our lips or change our mascara or our hairstyle or our hair color simply because it's the preference of the man that we're with. We need a man who says, I adore you for you. We're all flawed. We're all flawed. We all have things that we can improve upon. But the things that really matter, those are those character things. Those are those things like, how are you feeling? Do you feel like you matter in this world? Do you feel like you're truly self-expressed? Do you feel healthy? Do you feel happy? These are the questions we should be hearing from the people in our lives who are in a position of support for us. Not just in our lives to parade us around town like we're a pretty young thing that they're just so happy to be seen with, but at the first sign of the aging process or a gray hair that doesn't get colored, they bolt because they're no longer this picture perfect presentation of what they want us to be in the world. We need someone who sees our heart. We need someone who sees our soul. We need someone who wants to be there for us in the good and the bad, on our sick days and when we are on cloud 9 because we are feeling so fabulous and amazing. Not because of how we look, not because we're on trend, but because we truly have made a difference in the world and in the lives of others. We want that to be celebrated. We want those to be the questions that are asked. How are you doing? How can I help you? What do you need? Do you feel like you matter and do you feel like I care? These are the things that you need to be hearing from the men in your lives. And if you're a young woman who is about to be dating or is contemplating marriage, these are the things that I would hope that you're hearing. And it's not super common for all men, because not all men are taught that this is the way to be. A lot of men are dealing with a lot of junk themselves. They're dealing with being taught that they have to be winners and competitive and hard and leaders and all sorts of things that don't necessarily lend themselves to being compassionate, empathetic, loving, and understanding partners. But a lot of men are doing the work, and a lot of men are changing their ways. And I feel as women who are moving forward in this world and are all about self-growth and improvement in ways that matter, we need to be attracting the right kind of men who know that those are the things that truly matter, because they're what are going to carry us through a lifetime of love and happiness and fulfillment. Not our brown skin that, in 10, 15, 20 years is going to look all weathered and wrinkled and not so hot anymore. But our heart. We need people in our lives that care about our heart. And if you have people in your life, your friends, your family, people who are supposed to care about you, who are making you question your appearance, because you know it's just something that they would like to see different, or that they would benefit from, or that their egos would be pleased with because, hey, I'm with her and she looks this way. I would love for you to consider that a little bit more. And I would love for you to remember how very much you matter in this world. No matter if you're pale, no matter if you're brown, no matter if you're happy, and no matter if you're sad, if you're on a good day or a bad day, or you're PMSing, or you are just rocking it at whatever you do in this world and your gifts are shining bright. No matter what, remember that you matter. You deserve people in your life that care and that make you feel loved no matter what, no matter how you're doing, no matter what you look like. You deserve that. Remember that.